Alright, thought I'd make a late day garden update. It's July 16th and I'm in zone 3B. What do we got going on today? Well, we got these tomatoes here. Everything is just really booming because we had a lot of rain yesterday and heat today. Even all my little volunteers are sprouting. This one here is looking really good. I might actually even get tomatoes on that. If I get tomatoes on that one, I'll probably get tomatoes on these other ones. But they're getting pretty crowded out, so who really knows for sure. This yellow pear, indeterminate. So it's really growing. If I would just have those little wiry tomato cages, I'd have had to prune this one up. But I have a feeling with just these few tomato plants that I got and basically just letting them go, I'm gonna have more tomatoes maybe than I've ever had. We'll have to see, but we'll just call it a little semi-prediction. So yeah, the tomatoes are really doing well. Carrots are just bushing out. I've thinned them out already. They look great. Probably gonna have some huge carrots too. Beets, I still kind of got to thin these ones out. A little bit hard to see down there, but some of them are still kind of close together, but well, maybe I'll just leave them be. And the basil, just going ballistic. I was weeding these and man, does it smell good. Just love the smell of basil. And the peppers are growing, but I'm getting some caterpillar eating my leaves. I did a good spray of BT today while it was dry. And I haven't watered anything because of all the rain, but I'm hoping it goes well. Some more tomatoes and peas. Strawberry plant is really peaking out. I mean, I'm getting 6 to 7 strawberries a day, which is great. It wasn't like this last year when it was just a hanging basket at that time, and I'm just really impressed with this. I got these little flowers today. My first addition to the flower box. This one's still waiting on compost, but I'll get her done. There's a couple more new flower boxes. When I was planting those other flowers, I accidentally dug up a tulip bulb and was impressed that it had split into about 5 other bulbs. So, with these onions, when they start to lay down like this, it's a sign that they're done. So we'll just have to see what happens here. These might be like the last couple weeks of onions. And I still don't have one tomato. More peppers here. These ones are doing great. Got these little babies. They're growing, but who knows? Next garden bed. Red cabbage. These two are real weak. These two are looking great. Both from the same planter. They all pretty much look the same. But for some reason, those ones aren't doing well. These cucumbers, I think last time I called them gateway cucumbers, or getaway cucumbers, but they're called gateway. So they're doing really well. Peppers are doing great. I actually just kind of broke up all the little seedlings that in some spots there wasn't any actually growing. in other spots there's 3 of them growing. So I kind of split them all up today and made sure that there was at least one in each one growing. Hopefully they all survive the transplant and turn into something. I noticed something is just munching on these. Just not quite sure what. So I'll have to keep monitoring them and see. I mean, last year I had so many huge pepper plants at this time. So I'm kind of a little nervous as to what's going to happen. But, you know, last year I did this technique of pruning them so that they more bushed out. And this year I haven't pruned any of them. Plus everything got really frost damaged. So, I mean, we'll just have to see. I keep finding tomatoes in here, and I think they're coming up from, I did have a little bit of compost that I made in here, and then I covered the rest in like bag dirt. I found another tomato earlier. It's no longer in there. I should have transplanted it, but I've already got so many tomatoes already. Not really sure what to do with this asparagus. I had heard that you just let it grow. I also heard that you cut it. But I'm just going to let it grow. It's not like it's going to overtake anything in here. And Brussels sprouts. A few cabbages are not too bad. I noticed that caterpillars have started to go to work on these, whereas I never had any caterpillar issues so far yet this year here. So I sprayed everything with BT, so hopefully that squashes it. We're supposed to get rain again tomorrow, so who knows. And I'm starting to see the first peas. Look at that. Beautiful pea. Isn't that great? There it is. And the cucumbers. Thinking I might transplant some of these little ones to some other location. I don't think they're getting very much sun. Maybe over with the tomatoes, or I don't know. See how bored I get tomorrow, and mosquitoes are really coming out now. Oh yeah, there's another pea. There it is. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have lots of peas. Deer got after these ones, ate the tips off. This little corridor here along the side of my house, the deer really come down, so I don't know. I saw this motion detector sprinkler I was thinking about getting. Like $60. Eggplant. Starting to get big. These cabbages are looking great. I just pruned the hell out of the kale. Let these eggplants get some more sun. It was pretty bushy. I just threw it all in my compost pile because I've got so much kale here, way more than I can eat. And we're starting to get some zucchini plants growing here. So that's nice. That's a yellow zucchini, the weird looking one. Actually, most of these should be yellow zucchini. But I've noticed in these seeds I got from Johnny Seeds, when I planted all yellow zucchini, a bunch of them were them Black Beauty ones. So hopefully this one doesn't get swamped out by these. Hopefully this one doesn't. This one that was looking real sickly is looking a little better, but they just take time. And I mean, last year at this time, I had so many squash and zucchini out already. I already had zucchini at this time, and it could be 2 weeks out before I even see a zucchini or a flower or anything. Who knows? I think we're about a month behind weather-wise from where we were last year, just based on the zucchini and squash. And then my lettuce garden. Just really happy with this. Perfect amount. I like to share. So I see these ones are bolting. That end, and these leaves aren't waxy anymore. They're just green and hard. So just break these ends off and hopefully it regenerates. Normally I would do this with a scissor. I think, is this a radish or just a weed? Let's see. Not sure. Could have been a radish. No, that's a radish. Something really likes these radishes. Whatever it is. I don't know. I don't think I like radishes anymore. I'll just rip them all out and just call it done. Sick of dealing with them. Every time I grab one, it's already eaten by some bug or something, so kind of pointless. Yep, and then more basil. Wow, just gonna be an explosion of basil. Way more than I could possibly need, that's for sure. I'll set up a table again this year, like I did last year, and set it right out there. Maybe post something on Facebook. Say free food. Well, you guys have a nice day. See you next time.